Okay, good morning, Swallows. Ready for maths now. So we've had English writing, English reading, onto your maths for the day to kick us off well with. LBQ, as written on your seesaw assignment. So let's get started, guys. I'd like this in your blue books. Remember, you've got your squares on there as well to sort of help you out. Everything in separate squares apart from your LO, please, today. So start from the top. Short date today, guys, is 30th.11.20. Okay. Miss a line, guys, and then LO. Your LO for today is to find 10 or 100 more. Okay, and we're going to do that by adding 10 or 100 to a given number. Okay. Fine, just like normal, we're going to go for a quick starter. 3 questions, nothing too tricky, something that everybody can handle. Start off with a column addition problem, and we'll say 297, adding 3 digits to 3 digits, 297 add 112. Okay, I get my ruler out, guys. I'll use my board rubber here. Make sure you're using your ruler with your tram lines, please. All right, number 2. I'm going to go for column subtraction here, so we'll go 349, take away 129 as well. Okay, all right. Nothing too strenuous. We'll get us into the habit. And I'm going to put your number 3 on, guys. See what we were working on last week. I'm going to say 26 multiplied by 4. Column method for multiplication. Okay, look at all 4s within that. Okay, pause the video, guys. Write those out in your columns. Get back to me in a moment. Ready with your purple pen. Okay, so we use red. Fill in the gaps, guys. Okay, make sure you get a purple pen to hand. All right, solve these problems and see how well you guys did. Don't think you guys would have a problem with these. All right, 7 add 2 to start off with. An addition, the first one. 7 add 2, 9. Middle column, 10s, 1s, 100s if you need it. Okay, remember, 9 add 1 is 10. So I'll put the 1s within the column. Regroup my 10s underneath. Okay. 2 add 1 is 3, add the 1 is 4, 409 to start off with. All right, tick or fix it. Start off with number 2, which is a subtraction. We've done addition, subtraction. 9 take away 9, we're doing 0. 4 take away 2 is 2. 3 take away 1, again, is 2. Remember, why do we always start with our 1s, guys? Just in case there's a little borrowing or a little regrouping that we need to do. Okay, and finally, last one. Tennis ball method if you like, but column method for multiplication. 4 times 6, 24, so 4 down, regroup the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, I'll go around my 2, know that I've got 10 within there. Okay, all right. Slow and steady wins the race, guys, doesn't it? All right, take your time with those, have a look at the answers here. Pause the video if you need to again. And we've done with our starter. We're going to look at our main for today. Just going to get rid of that. Okay, so miss yourself a line, guys. Make sure you log on to LBQ after this video. You can always come back to this video if you forget the code or what have you. You need a couple of questions with a bit of support. All right. Basically, today, what we're doing is we're adding 10 or we're adding 100 to a given number. So let's start off with something easy, guys. All right, really straightforward. Let's take the number 8. Okay, and the number 8. First of all, we're going to add 10 to the number 8. Remember that 8 is 8 ones. Okay, year 3. So 8 are those small cubes that we use in class. I usually say my burgers, chips, or peas, don't I, guys? All right. So if you look at 8, that would be 8 of those small cubes all lined up. All right. And what I want to add to that is a full set of 10. Remember, I'm looking at chips here now. I remember the start of the year, you know, chuckling at me because I was saying burgers, chips and peas, but I really do think it's a good analogy. It's a good picture, parents, you know, to sort of help these guys out with, because I know sometimes adding these together, you've got to visualize those numbers and what do they mean. Well, if I was adding one whole block of 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd have my block of 10. Basically, all I'm going to do is just literally link that to the 8, right? 10, add 8 basically. And what do we do in this instance? We substitute the 0 for the 8. We just have our ones column again, and I get rid of the 0. And basically, I bang that 8 in there. All right, I pop that in there. So I end up with 18 overall, don't I? I end up with one lot of 10, one chip, and I end up with 8 ones. Really straightforward, really simple that one to start us off with. But second part of our LO today is to look at 100 more as well, okay? So instead of just that 10 this time, we're going to look at burgers, aren't we? We represent burgers using that square. We represent 10s just by using a line, don't we, guys? Okay. Remember, burgers, chips and peas, chips, burgers. All right. Take number 8 again. This time, what I want to do is I want to add 100 to 8. Well, simply again, if I look at the number 100, I put my HTO. What numbers are represented by the 1s? Well, 0. By the 10s, 0. And there's 100. There's one burger there, one block of 100. Okay. All I need to do is look at the 1s, recognise what this number is represented by. Again, 8 1s, and add this 8 to my 100 in the correct column. All right. So again, the sum written out would be 100 add 8. And basically, what do I end up with, guys? 108, because I've managed to substitute almost that 0 for the 8. I've dropped in 8 1s instead of having 0. Okay, 108. Those two, straightforward for you guys. I don't think you'd have a problem. I'm just going to show you one wobbler we might come unstuck with straight away. For this, I'm going to share my screen. So I just thought I'd show you our LBQ task for today. And I've chosen to show you number 6, okay, on this LBQ task, just because there's a little bit of regrouping. Now, it doesn't hurt you guys, it won't hurt you to have a look at this task with a view of column method, really. And this particular question, if it loads, I apologise, you 3, just if it doesn't come on, I'll show you what seem to be doesn't seem to want to do what I want it to do today. So let's see if it'll reload again. Here we go. Just a bit slow, given it that it is Monday morning. So just look at question 6 again on our task. There's 30 questions, guys, but I'm not asking for LBQ to be done in books. So you can do the starters in books, guys, and then leave the task just on LBQ. You don't have to write anything in your books today, okay? So basically this question is asking us, what is 10 more than 193? And how the picture's laid this out is to help you. I know that some of us in class, we do wobble with these pictures and we find it quite tricky. Basically, if you wanted to, you could do this as column method. You could say 193 and then add on your 10, couldn't you? You know, we know the column method inside and out now. There's also a sort of easier way to do this. You know, we could do that in column method at the top there, or we could look at the fact that it's asking for 10 more and it's saying that our 1s here and here, they can stay the same, can't they, guys? Because we're not adding anything with regards to the fact that we haven't got any ones. We're not adding any ones to those 3. So the 3 stays the same. And this is a visual representation. This is a picture of what is actually happening, guys. So we can forget the ones, dealt with the ones, and our ones would stay the same. So we still have 1. We still have 3 ones within that column at the end of this sum. Now with tens, you notice within the sum, we've got 9 tens there. We've got 90 within that middle column, haven't we? All right, and what it's asking us this time, it's asking us to look at what we're adding. We're adding 1 more set of 10, which if you look at the difference in the pictures, what's happening is they've already given you that extra 10 in the block below. All right, so what has happened then is shown by this rectangle around the outside of these blocks is we've got 10 lots of 10 now, and we know using our superb math skills that 10 lots of 10 makes 100, and we know that hundreds, year 3, don't reside within Mr. 10's house, do they? You know, we talked about Mr. and Mrs. 10 living at in the middle of the street. Parents, forgive me, it might seem a bit serious, but we talk about the HTO, the hundreds, tens, and ones, all representing a terraced row on a street. Okay, and these houses are very much linked, and they're all neighbours. Okay, we talk about the fact that, you know, Mr. Hundreds can't live in number 10 in Mr. 10's house, and Mr. and Mrs. 10 can't go and live in Mr. and Mrs. 1's house. Okay, so what we have to do is, now that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 whole 10s, and that has to, as shown by the arrow here, has to move next door into the hundreds column. So basically what we end up with here is nothing. We end up with 0 tens in the end because we've created an extra 100. So this time what happens is we have that extra 100 and we do 1 add the extra 100 makes 200. So our answer is 203. You can pop that in, and obviously I'll get it correct with a little bit of help from the picture there, guys. All right, but again, if I wanted to use the column method for this, I could do 3 add 0 is 3, remains 3. 9 add 1 is 10, so I put the 0 down, and 1 add the grouped 1 equal 2, and you get 203 again. All right, just something to be mindful of. Okay, and something to sort of pick up on, that there might be a little bit of regrouping that you need to do throughout this task. So, you know, use your whiteboard, use your pens, use your books if you need to as well to help justify by using the squares within your books. But ultimately, don't worry. You know, anything that you get wrong on here, I can pick up on. We can have a look again at this on Thursday when we get back into class. It's something though that I think will be really supported once again, guys, by your column method. You know, if you feel confident using the column method for addition, then use column method for addition. You know, I know that it doesn't say so within the LBQ task, but do it. You know, feel comfortable with that, feel confident. Okay, any problems, once again, let me know on Seesaw, any questions that you have problems with, and I'll get back to you. Found it really interesting that I've started to use the microphone to give a bit of feedback. Lots of you responding as well on the microphone, so keep it up. Really good, guys. Have a good, wonderful day. Look out for the afternoon task this afternoon, which is RE. So we'll be looking at mosques for RE. But other than this, keep your heads down, keep working hard. You are doing a fabulous job, guys. All right, take care, look after each other.